A ceasefire has been agreed to between the United States and Israel and Iran, but Lebanon continues to be bombed repeatedly by the Israelis. And so far, at least 203 Lebanese people have been killed and more than 1,100 other Lebanese have been seriously injured in a wave of bombings that the Israelis decided to carry out on the very first day of the ceasefire. Now, Israel launched this brutal assault in Lebanon, calling it its largest bombing since the start of the US-Israel war on Iran. The footage from Beirut shows powerful explosions ripping through the night, sending fireballs and thick black smoke into the sky. The airstrikes, in fact, hit the densely populated neighborhoods without any prior warning for evacuation, triggering panic amongst the residents. In Abbasiyeh, at least 7 people were killed and several others were wounded, while in Zaria, more than 10 people, including women and children, were killed in this wave of Israeli bombings, where Israel claims that it is going after Hezbollah fighters, but a lot of civilians seem to have been bombed this time round.
We want peace. We don't want problems with anyone anymore. 80% of the Arab countries have peace with Israel. Why doesn't Lebanon have peace so that we can end all these problems? As long as Hezbollah is in Lebanon, Israel will strike Lebanon. That's it. Hezbollah is not defending Lebanon, it's defending Iran's agenda. That's it.
Now, the Israeli bombings, in fact, hit the key Kashmir bridge over Lebanon's Litani River near the southern city of Tyre. And according to Israel Defense Forces, more than 100 Hezbollah command centers and military sites were targeted, including in Beirut, the Bekaa Valley, and southern regions. Hezbollah has called these bombings a violation of the ceasefire and has said that it fired rockets towards Israel in response, saying that it has a right to defend Lebanon against the ongoing aggression by the Israelis. Now, Lebanon has accused Israel of violating international law and targeting civilians in particular. In fact, declared a national day of mourning, with President and Prime Minister calling on the international community to intervene and to stop this wave of Israeli bombings. The United Nations has said that the continued strikes pose a grave risk to the ceasefire and also the broader peace efforts. Human rights officials have described the scale of the killings and the destruction by the Israelis as horrific, especially so soon after a truce was announced. Iran said that it may now reconsider its participation in the ceasefire. The Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesman Ismail Baghei said that an end to military operations in Lebanon is an important part of the ceasefire. Tehran also has warned that it could reverse its decision to the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Several countries have condemned these bombings on Lebanon. France has termed the Israeli bombings to be simply unacceptable and has warned that they could undermine the already fragile ceasefire. The British Foreign Minister Yvette Cooper said that the United Kingdom wants to see Lebanon included in the ceasefire to avoid further humanitarian consequences. The Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has echoed the same sentiment, saying that he wants to see peace in West Asia.
This is an important step forward. Of course, it is a fragile peace, but we want it to lead to an agreement. The Australian government also firmly believes that this has to apply to Lebanon as well. We want to see peace in this region, and it will make a difference, and I know that many Australians are concerned about the events that are occurring in Lebanon. This is a matter of not just the impact there, but the impact that it's having right around the world.
So what was meant to be a moment of some relief turned into panic and tragedy in Beirut after the Israeli bombings hit the busy streets and residential blocks without giving any warning to the hundreds of civilians who were living inside of those residential blocks. Now listen as the civilians describe the chaos, the fear and the devastation that was wrought about these Israeli bombs that fell on them without any pre-warning.
Israel struck the building and brought it down with people in it. It committed crimes like it does every time. Innocent people died here. Every time Israel strikes, they say there were people targeted. When there's no one, there are only people and children.
I can't tell you how intense it was, how terrifying it was, how scary it was. The sound was very loud, very terrifying, and very scary, honestly.
I have no idea why they would bomb this area. It's a residential area. It's not an area tied to the Shia sect. It's mostly Sunnis here. We have nothing to do with any of this. I have no idea why they would bomb this area. It's a residential area. It's not an area tied to the Shia sect. It's mostly Sunnis here. We have nothing to do with any of this. I have no idea why they would bomb this area. It's a residential area. It's not an area tied to the Shia sect. It's mostly Sunnis here. We have nothing to do with any of this.